guys, and welcome to a WeirdoClown.com review. I'm Weirdo Tim, and today we'll be reviewing the Alienware 14 gaming laptop, so stick around. So what I've actually decided to do is use the Alienware mic itself to record the audio for this video. Usually I do use an external mic for my videos, but I thought it'd be quite fitting to actually showcase what the Alienware microphone, built-in is made of. So let's begin. So I purchased this particular model for about £1,000 last summer, which is the equivalent of $1,500 if you're in the US. Now a lot of people would say that's quite pricey for a laptop, but in my opinion, I'd definitely say that it is worth it. Now, if we begin by starting looking at the aesthetics, it's almost evident immediately that this is no ordinary gaming laptop, used for everyday use. The shelling, as you can tell there, is quite a hardened metal material, and this makes the laptop very durable for sort of long gaming sessions. So the material itself is hardened. It's not weak, or the structure itself is built well, so you won't have any issues with durability, put it that way. So as you can tell in a minute, there's actually 3 USB ports, so that will allow you to connect any peripherals, gaming peripherals you use for your laptop, such as controllers, external keyboards, or a gaming mouse. There's also an HDMI cable, as you notice there, which allows you to connect to a smart TV or even a 4K monitor, which will greatly enhance your gaming experience, especially in FPS and graphic heavy titles. There's also an optical out and an Ethernet port, so you won't have any troubles connecting to a top-end gaming headset or directly to your router for a faster connection. So as we open up the laptop, you can see the main keyboard and the mouse pad. The feel of these are amazingly comfortable, and the build quality is quite robust. But I highly recommend that you do use an external gaming mouse, as a touchpad can be a pain at times, especially in games that require rapid and quick movement. That's its only real downside. So as you notice here, we're now onto the soundbar. It's quite an aesthetically appealing soundbar. More detailed look at the keyboard here. As I said, the keyboard is incredibly comfortable. It's probably one of the best bits about it. Definitely, for those long gaming sessions, it's handy to have a comfortable keyboard. Looking here, you can see the camera there. Not really something that you'd use for a gaming laptop, to be honest, but just a general look from the outside here. So now we'll have a look at the laptop booting up. You'll almost immediately notice how prompt the machine loads. The laptop usually boots within around 4 to 6 seconds, which is a godsend if you're used to using a slow performing laptop. A main notorious thing you'll notice is the illumination of the laptop. The Alienware logo itself, the mouse pads, and the rear Alienware logo all has backlit technology. This is a cool feature that attracted me to this particular brand. As each section of the laptop is adjustable in how it looks, it's something that I personally, like the look of, really. A lot of people would moan that it's not all about the looks, but if you're going to be spending that kind of money, you want a good looking laptop. So let's have a brief look at how you can actually adjust these settings, because it is quite a unique feature for the Alienware. So let's have a look how you can adjust the various lighting settings. Just before I do that, I will briefly show you how it looks in the dark. There it is in the dark. Just thought that would be something that you would be interested in. So let's have a look at the Alienware Command Center. So here we can see I've launched the Alienware Command Center. Now from this option, you are actually able to adjust a section of the laptop, which are characterized into numbers here. So I don't know if you can make out the little numbers there. So there are 3 main light status settings. So there's color, morph, and pulse. So if you really wanted to, you could have it set to annoy anyone around you by setting everything as a flash. This is especially quite fun to do on public transform, because it does seriously irritate everyone. Let's have a quick look at this now. So here's morph. So I've selected red to blue, so you can just see the color cycles there. It's just a neat little thing to have, whilst you're gaming. I guess it's something to look at, I suppose. And here is flash. So pretty self-explanatory in that case. But yeah, that's personally one of my favourite options, especially when you've got the whole laptop illuminated. And now we're going to have a quick look at how the machine performs. Now, as I said, I haven't used any screen capturing software to do this. I thought I'd try and showcase it in its natural form, if you will. So apologies about the quality, but it should showcase how well it performs. Hopefully you'll get the idea. I mean, this particular game I've launched is Bejeweled, so this is what I would consider to be a low spec game. It basically show you how it performs processor wise. So you'll notice the game here is running incredibly smoothly without any issues. I mean, and the graphics look fantastic on this particular display. I mean, you might not be able to make out how vibrant the colours are, but it is definitely vibrant. I mean, this is just a quick, easy little puzzle game just to keep your mind active there. So it's quite a colourful, but it's not a processor that demands. It's not a game that demands much from the processor. Put it that way. It's one of these smaller games you can enjoy whilst you've got other background software running. So now I'm having a look at the mid to high range game, which is Train Simulator. So some people may say I'm sad for this, but it's a game I enjoy, so there we go. But you do notice that this game will run as smoothly as Bejeweled there, and there aren't any evident issues with how the game performs. I mean, I'm able to run this game on full settings without any issues, although there can be slight lag interference between sort of certain scenery changes, but this is around 3 for every 1 hour gameplay, so it's not really noticeable at all. So just showcasing the cab here, the train cab, such the external views there. I'll begin to move the train shortly, but it just gives you an idea of how smooth the gameplay runs. I mean, I have had not many issues, as I said, with this particular game. I know a lot of simulator games are quite graphic heavy, but this is definitely one of the best ones out there, so it's something I'd recommend if you are into simulation games. So now you can see we've launched our final game here I'll be showcasing, which is what I'd consider a high-end game. So what I mean by that is a game that's a bit more challenging for the processor to run, which is Arma 3. Now this particular game just looks spectacular in full settings. I mean, as you can evidently see, the backlighting and run rate is outstanding, and the overall performance is just great. I do, after around about sort of 1 to 2 hours game time, find that I am having to adjust down from ultra to very high, as the processor can take a battering after long sessions. So you do notice a frame rate drop at certain times. This is especially evident if if you've got background software running like Skype, Spotify, or even a screen capture device. But this won't really hinder your gaming experience too much. You'll merely have to run it at a very high setting as opposed to ultra. But as you can tell here, I mean, it's just spectacular, this game. You're probably not going to get the full essence and full sense of the game and how well it's running, but it's just amazing. Just having a little drive around here. It's one of these games you can just have fun with. It's an FPS sandbox game, so you're unlimited to what you can do, really, especially with all the mods available. But that's just basically what I've gone over. It can run low-end games superbly, medium to high-end games superbly, and it can run high-end games superbly. Although there can be slight FPS drops, frame rate drops, sorry. It's not something that will hinder your gameplay too much. So if that's putting you off, don't be put off too much. So overall, I mean, this is a great starter laptop for anyone wanting to jump onto the PC gaming bandwagon as such. I mean, but don't be fooled. This is not a starter laptop. This is a high-end performing laptop, and it is suitable for both beginners and a hardened veteran. I mean, a lot of people will mock that, and a lot of people will mock Alienware users for buying these laptops, but you'll get that with any product. You will get haters, but trust me, this is a worthwhile purchase. I mean, overall, I would rate this laptop with a Weirdo Clan rating of 5 out of 5, so it's definitely something I would recommend. So thanks very much for watching, and be sure to check out weirdoclan.com for more reviews like this. I've been Weirdo Tim. Ciao for now.